Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. So glad to have you here. Today we're looking at the question, what good news is coming your way? And we have 3 piles, and these cards are from the New York City Tarot deck. We have Queen of Wands for pile 1, 9 of Swords in reverse for pile 2, and 9 of Cups for pile 3. Take a moment and consider which pile might be for you, and I will see you at your reading. Hey, pile 1, if you pick the Queen of Wands, this is going to be your reading. And I'm going to also pick a chakra stone for you that will tell us more about what part of your energy body is going to be impacted by this good news. And we have the crown chakra, so interesting. We've got the 7 of Coins in reverse, 6 of Coins upright, 6 of Cups reversed, 9 of Staffs, and the Judgment card. So, what good news is coming your way? You're getting your fire back. You're getting your energy back. You strike me as a person, pile 1, who's actually always been a bit on the fiery side, meaning like just very passionate, full of life, full of drive, ambitious in whatever way that comes out for you. But I think you've been going through kind of a down time. I think you've been perhaps realizing how many people and places have been siphoning that energy away from you and how much you've been using it in different places where, not that it doesn't belong there, but that it just hasn't been the best investment of that energy. Maybe you're the kind of person that just had a day this year where you woke up and you're like, hey, why am I giving all of my best energy to things that don't have anything to do with me, like my job or my clients, or like not the nearest and dearest to my heart, not the causes I truly love, not the people that I feel deeply connected to. Why am I giving my best to strangers and things that won't last? That might not apply to everyone here, but there's just something where you've noticed that you've been investing in an area that hasn't given you back what you've wanted. And the great news that's coming your way is that there's going to be an end to those draining people and places. A lot of it is going to be because you are no longer willing to show up to those situations. With a Judgment card here, it's like, you've called BS on that. You've walked away. You've decided, I'm not messing around with this anymore. You see things clearly also with the crown chakra stone here. So it's like you just don't want to be bothered with anything that isn't going to give you a return on your investment. I'm hearing a message from a few of you too that with the 6 of Cups in reverse, that person, that soulmate of yours who's had kind of a toxic impact on your life, they will not be coming back. So for some of you, it might be actually disappointing news because perhaps you've invested a lot in this person, and to the degree where you expect that all the love and adoration and support that you've given them will actually result in them growing and them being more connected to spirit. And the reason it's good news this person isn't coming back is that you have learned the lesson as it relates to this person. You no longer need them to come around again for you to continue to learn what it is you needed to learn. And I think a big part of the situation for you was realizing actually not everybody can be saved, quote unquote. Not everyone is worth investing in. And it doesn't mean that that person isn't worth it or that they're unlovable, but there's a level of will that each of us have that why am I having trouble getting the words out about this? It doesn't matter how holy and how pure your intentions might be as a person. there's always an option for someone else to say no. Like, no, I don't want to get better. No, I don't want a happier life. No, I don't want to heal. And I think that's been the biggest thing you've had to see in the situation, pile one, is to realize, wow, even when shown the most beautiful possibilities, some people will still say no. And I think it's been really sad for you, actually, pile one, to deal with this and tiring. I'm just noticing, like, I came into this reading like 5 minutes ago, really pretty high, actually. I've had an amazing day. I've been like singing Ukrainian music all day. I've discovered someone I really love, Jerry Hale, and I'm listening to all of her music like on repeat and at the top of my lungs, singing along with everything, which makes me super happy. And I don't find somebody that I really vibe with and love that often. So it's been pretty exciting for me. But then coming into this reading, and specifically like this pile, it's like all I want to do is yawn. Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. And I think I'm just being hit with how exhausting it's been for you to like pour your fire, your investment, your inspiration into this person. It's actually reminding me of a parable from the Bible, which is the parable of the sower. And it's in the Gospels somewhere. You could probably just Google parable of the sower if you want to read the actual story, because what I'm going to say now is a total paraphrase. But essentially, it's a story that Jesus tells in the Bible about how there's a sower who sows seeds. Some of them land on fertile ground, but others are choked out by weeds. Others lie on the ground, like on the street, and so they don't grow. And the message the purpose for the sower is to invest their energy towards the fertile ground. So I'm thinking for a few of you at least that are listening, it's a bit triggering that I just told a story from Jesus right now. And I don't know what to tell you. It's a little triggering for me too, but it's my job to share whatever comes up. And it's a good time for me to remind you that if you hear a message that's just really rubbing you the wrong way, making you angry, feeling triggered, or festery inside, that's just a sign that message isn't for you. I really believe that when we hear a message in tarot that's meant for us, the way it lands is kind of with almost like an epiphany or like an aha moment or a confirmation, maybe tears, a laugh, a smile, something positive, even if it's a hard message. So I just wanted to mention that for the few energies I can feel in this pile that are like, what's this BS about some parable from the Bible? The point, though, of that whole story, though, is that this is the lesson that you've learned, not to throw away like your good shit. I'm hearing, not to throw that away on someone or something where it's just not going to grow. And there's any number of reasons why that could happen, but you're seeing that clearly now, like where are the places where things grow and where they don't, and you're only directing your energy to a place where it's going to be positive. So what else? What other good news is coming your way? I mean, the great thing about this is better rewards, better impact with less effort. Because if you're investing 10 different places, but only 2 of those places really have a chance to grow, then you're not getting a lot of that like positive reinforcement, right? Like you're not getting the encouragement from seeing something take root. And so because of that, you're going to be either investing more energy in those things that are growing and thriving, or just reducing the number of things that you're investing in, period. And either way, Spirit's saying it's going to be a really great change for you. With that is also going to come more vitality in your body. So if you've been feeling tired, kind of used up, like a deflated bag, I'm hearing, a deflated balloon. If you've been feeling like that, that time is coming to an end. And the good news is going to be that the efforts you've been putting in recently are going to have a really positive result. I'm hearing a few different examples of how this could be. For some, this could be like literally financially. Like if you put some money aside, you're going to find out that you got a good rate of return on your savings account, let's say. If it's work, and let's say you've been like diligent about working in a particular area on a particular project, it's going to finally gain the traction that it needs. If you've been really efforting in a relationship, like to show someone that you love them or to support them, help them feel loved or connected, you're going to see evidence in the coming days or weeks about just what a positive impact that has had. So what else here, Spirit, for pile 1? What good news is coming their way? More good news for pile 1. We have the Two of Pentacles in the reverse. You're not going to feel divided. You're not going to feel split anymore. Maybe you've just been juggling so many different things and not feeling like you can focus in one direction. And you're going to finally focus in just one direction. That's going to really, really support you. If you're an entrepreneur, this means, and you have your own business, it means that you're going to focus your offerings and what you do. You're not going to be offering 10 services anymore, for example. You might just have 3 or 5. And that's actually going to make you more money in a way that you don't expect. Wheel of Fortune. Good news is coming your way. Your luck is changing. I'm hearing the phrase, luck favors the bold, and you're going to be bold again, pile 1. Remember how we were hearing about how you kind of lost your fire, but that fire is coming back. And so now with that fire comes your boldness, your ability to make change in the world, to create your own luck. That's element that you feel like you've always had, but it seemed like it kind of left you for a while. It's coming back. And with it is coming belonging, a sense of community, a sense of knowing who you are, what's important to you, and how to get there. And with the Three of Pentacles in reverse, it's not going to come from you having to depend on others or need support or help from others. It's going to come from what you've already learned and from this increased vitality within your own body. It doesn't say this anywhere specifically in your reading, but the vibe that I'm getting is that there have been certain people in particular that have really been draining on you. I'm hearing the number of 2 to 3 people where you've just been investing a lot of your emotional energy. And one of those people could be a place, could be a job. But 2 to 3 people or places where you've just been investing a lot without a big return. And with the shift away from that, it's going to totally change how you're able to show up in your life and therefore the results, as well as how you feel. I think you're just going to actually, I want to pull a card about that. What do you want us to know, Spirit, about how pile 1 is going to feel because of this good news? The Fool in reverse. Strength card in reverse. Page of Pentacles and the Moon in reverse. Lots of major arcana. It's interesting. 8 of Cups in the reverse. You're going to feel like you can't fail because Spirit's on your side. And it's like something has shifted here. Even though your vitality is coming back, your luck is coming back, you don't see it as all on your shoulders anymore. Maybe you didn't even realize that you did in the past. But there's something about realizing like, oh, it's not only what I invest, it's about the soil, it's about the other person or place and whether they're ready to receive what I have to offer. There's something about knowing that allows you just to surrender, to be more in the will of the universe and going along with what's on your path, and knowing that you don't have to force anything. It's not about your strength, your will, your impact. You just have to play your role. So that's going to be really freeing for you. And relaxing isn't quite the right word. It's close to relaxing. It's going to be soothing, a relief. It's going to be a relief to you to know, like, I can just do my part and nothing more. I don't have to do more than that. Okay, pile 1. That's your reading. I hope you enjoyed it. Please let me know if it resonated. Leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel, and I will see you next time. Hey, pile 2, if you picked the 9 of Swords in reverse, this will be your reading, and we're asking what good news is coming your way. And I'm going to start by pulling a chakra stone for you. Whoop. And it's going to be about what part of your energy body is going to be impacted most by this good news. And you have the base chakra, or the root chakra. So this is your foundation, your stability, which I really get that with the 9 of Swords in reverse. 9 of Swords in reverse to me is an energy of like mental health improving, worries being taken away, anything that's keeping you up at night, whether it's like money troubles or conflict in a relationship, like that's gone. And in particular, your sleep is going to be protected, which if sleep isn't like the foundation of our health and well-being, I don't know what it is. It's like, I would definitely put sleep as part of the root chakra. So all of that is going to be, I'm almost getting like magically transforming for you. We've got the Star and the Death card next to your 9 of Swords in reverse. And it's interesting, like there's a very similar position here. I mean, they're both laying down. We've got the child here in the manger on the Star card, and then we have this person, I guess, on their deathbed here in the Death card. And with this, I'm really getting like cycle of life. Like you've completed one cycle, something old has fallen away, something new is coming. This could even be like in your family. Like maybe you've been really worried about a family member who's been really struggling, and perhaps their illness is going to totally magically resolve. Or if they are in like the process of dying, that process will complete. But either way, it's like, so for you listening, whichever way it's going to go, it's going to be like the way that you would hope for. So if this is an illness that this person has a lot of, let's say they're young and or they have a lot of vitality left, and you would hope that this illness would complete and so that they can enjoy the rest of their years, then that will be the outcome. If it's more a scenario where this person's body is failing and there's really not hope for full recovery, it's just more focused on like their quality of life towards the end, then that's going to have a positive outcome in terms of like their quality of life and their process of moving on, if it makes sense. And there's something about this that's going on. So for some of you, that is, a situation actually happening in your family. And I'm hearing now there's some of you that may be out there that aren't sure which group you fall into. So maybe you could see how this could be like a terminal illness for someone. You could also see how it wouldn't be. I'm just going to pull one card for those of you that are questioning that may help you understand which group you may be in. This is a good time to remind you that it's a general reading, so you really have to use your own discernment since there's more than just you watching. So how can those watching pile 2, if this message applies to them about an illness. How can they decide which group they are in? Three of Cups. Is this person able to go out and socialize and do the activities they love? Would they be able to do that with a recovery? And if yes, then you would probably be in the first group. And if not, probably in the second group. For those of you where that doesn't apply, that scenario doesn't apply at all, and the worries about something else, let's say a job or your own health or money or something else, there's just a lot of stability indicated here and rebuilding. Spirit's wanting you to know that, so the good news coming to you is that you are this Countess of Coins, the Queen of Pentacles. It means that you have the stability that you want in your life. Even if you can't always see it, that stability is there with the root chakra. And not only is it there, it's increasing, it's building. We have the Knight of Pentacles and the Page of Pentacles and the Seven of Wands. Seven of Wands is about not losing ground. So if you've been concerned that maybe something in your life is deteriorating, whether that's your health or your money, your career, your job prospects, or the health of this person close to you, the answer coming through to this in this reading for you is no. Actually, everything is in divine order. Everything is as it should be. You may not be able to see it right now, but you will not lose any of the advancements you've made. Nothing bad is going to happen here. And there are going to be new opportunities, new forward steps. I think the reason that you don't see these necessarily, pile 2, is because they're very slow with the Knight of Coins and the Page of Coins. It's like these improvements might even be so tiny, they could be imperceptible to you. You could maybe not even notice the progress that's being made, but it's there. And so the good news that's coming your way is that it's almost like overnight or just out of nowhere, you're going to have a moment where you realize, oh, that's actually been serving me. Things are actually okay. Things are getting better. What else for pile 2, please, Spirit? What do you want them to know about good news coming their way? The Emperor. Okay, so a few messages with this. So first, I'm really drawn to, the guy in this picture to me looks like a father figure. So if you've been wanting good times with your dad or to connect with your dad in a meaningful way, that is coming. If that doesn't apply, this could also be a partner, either present or future. So this could be someone that's coming in for you that not only matches you, but in a way it's almost like they have more to offer than you. Because see, you're the Queen of Pentacles, which is a really strong, really beautiful card. The Emperor has the top energy of all of the kings. So it's a level up from just one of the queens. But this person absolutely adores you, loves you, is connected to you, wants to take care of you, wants to have good times with you, just doing nothing, like reading a paper or playing chess in a park or just playing chess generally, if that applies. Maybe going to a baseball game. I'm noticing there's baseball on this newspaper. But the good news coming your way is that this person's going to be spending more time with you. That could even be, for some of you, it could be like asking you on a date. But whatever this time is that you're spending together, it feels intentional. Like they are initiating something and you're saying yes. What else, Spirit? Anything else about this Emperor? The Fool in reverse. Ten of Pentacles. There's something about spending time with this person that's going to show you how sound your investments have been, how stable your foundation is, how good everything is in your life. And again, I'm coming back to the Nine of Swords in the reverse. So basically, Nine of Swords upright is head trash, is what I like to think about, like to call it. It's like the ways we get in our own heads, the way we overthink, the way we don't use our mind the way that it's intended, and it almost turns against us. So there's something about the influence of this emperor in your life that gets you away from those negative thought patterns and helps you focus on how much abundance you already have and how nothing's been wasted. No decision you've made, no investment I'm hearing, no course of action, no intention. Nothing that you've done has been a waste. Nothing. Like, seriously, Spirit, nothing? Not a single thing they've ever done has been a waste? That seems hard to believe to me. Can you tell me more about that? Wow. Yeah, I mean, that's really the message I'm getting here with the Judgment card, is that literally nothing has been a waste. Even the things you look back to that you think of as like your mistakes, I'm hearing that it was all in divine order. Everything. And I think, and Spirit's reminding me actually just to say to you that you actually also believe this. If you think about your moments when you're the most clear in your mind, the way that you look at your life is with this same mindset, like nothing is wasted. Everything's been good. In the end, it's helped me get to where I've been and where I am now and where I need to go. Anything else about this root chakra for pile 2, Spirit? Anything else about the good news, about the stability that's coming in for them? Knight of Wands, 10 of Wands, and Justice. With the 8 of Wands on the bottom. Yeah, I was kind of getting that. It's like this foundation is going to be so firm and so solid for you that you're going to have the space to overdo it a little bit. And there's still going to be that solid foundation. So what this is making me think of, it's making me think of art, actually. So in my point of view, anyway, true art and true creativity comes with some structure. Because if you just kind of go out there and let everything fly, there's no order, there's no rule, there's no regulation. That's fine. That's still creativity. But it's not as nuanced, it's not as advanced as if you know the structure, you know what to break. It's also making me think of like jazz. So jazz isn't just noise or people banging things together. It's like jazz musicians have to be very clever and very studied in the art of music. And in how, like, music, I don't even have the words for this because I'm not a musician, but you have to know exactly how the music should go to be able to creatively switch it up and have it still be melodic, have it still have an impact, because it's close enough to the structure to still get the benefit from that, but while also bringing in this impulsivity, this fire, this creativity. So there's something similar to that that's happening in you, pile 2, where you've now reached critical mass in terms of your stability in your life, to where coloring outside the lines and you like being creative, being impulsive, being led by like whatever's kind of wherever the wind blows you that day. There's something about that now is a time where you're going to get the best result from that. And the result could be just like your own happiness. It could also be like, if you're a creative person, it could be, speaking better to your audience, your art landing more solidly with them, getting more patrons, more views, more clients. Patrons is an interesting word that came out there, which I guess could be, for one or two of you, that could be like literally like Patreon, the platform. But I was also almost thinking like patron of the arts, like from back in the Renaissance, where there'd be a painter who would be sponsored by a particular family or something like that, you know. All of that is coming in for you. Well, that is super cool. I'm hearing a question now for some of you. They're like, well, but what should I be doing? Like, what's my art form? If some of you out there have like several different things that you do, maybe you're not sure where to focus. Okay, we have a card jumping out for that. Eight of Cups. Whatever it is that you've never walked away from or never wanted to put behind you. Maybe you even have set it down a few times in your life for one reason or another, but you've always come back to it and it's always been inspiring for you. So whatever that is. Anything else on that, Spirit? I think that might be it. The Chariot. It's something where you grow and improve quickly, and you notice that like you have the energy to do it, you're interested to try, you're excited, and you get better at it quickly. It reminds me of the definition of a strength. So a strength is something that makes you feel strong, not necessarily something that you think you're good at all the time. And I guess, you know, the example that's coming to mind for me is like learning languages. For me, like I'm learning Ukrainian right now, which I've done several times in my life. And I'm not fluent by any means yet. I still see myself kind of as a beginner. But I do think it's a strength area for me because it makes me feel strong to study. I really enjoy learning about the language. I enjoy like the cultural pieces. I enjoy being able to read one more sentence of a publication or a song or something like that. And so even though it's not something I'm good at yet, it's still a strength because I'm improving rapidly. And that happens in your strength areas. I think you get better at something like 7 or 8 times as fast as you do in areas that are just kind of neutral or that are weaknesses. Okay, interesting. Anything else? Final message for pile 2, please. What good news is coming their way? Ace of Wands, vitality returning, increased energy. This could even be like sensuality, like feeling your drive return, and noticing that impact that you're having on others around you as well. Okay, pile 2, that was your reading. I hope you enjoyed it and it resonated. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel if you like. And if you're interested in buy one, get one free personal readings, send me an email by June 15th to get set up. Thanks so much and see you next time. Hey, pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you picked the 9 of Cups, here we go. Thank you for being here. I'm going to start by pulling a chakra stone to learn more about what part of you is going to be impacted most by this good news. And we have the solar plexus. So your solar plexus is your sense of self, like I exist, I can. It reminds me of the stage from, is it Erik Erikson or Piaget? The stage of, oh my goodness, autonomy versus, no, agency versus disgust. Oh wow, if someone knows the actual stage from human development, please leave it in the comments. But it's basically, it's a stage of development for humans when we're very young, like 6 months old or a year old, where we try to figure out, like, do I have what it takes to actually do something in this world? Like, can I feed myself? Can I learn to crawl? Can I walk? And so it's that stage where we're kind of testing our limits and figuring out like, can I impact the world around me? Do I have power? Do I have agency? So that's what the solar plexus is all about. Interesting that I went into that whole description right there. But the good news that's coming your way. I'm really drawn to this Sophia card. This is such a strong card in this deck. It's Major Arcana. This is the High Priestess. Good news that's coming your way is that the connection that you have with Spirit is vibrant. It's functioning. It creates change. You have the ability to connect spiritually and have it improve your life. So an example of this might be like if you're a manifester, and let's say you've been working on manifesting a particular outcome, you're going to see that outcome come through. But what Spirit is saying is that the good news isn't that you get the outcome. The good news is that you learn a way to connect with Spirit that works for you. Like that's the true gift, not the actual result that you get, the process and the learning and the ability to be connected to Spirit in that way. That's pretty amazing. The other good news, I'm not sure why this would be good news to you, but I'm just here to deliver messages. Others are going to notice this about you and be jealous, be envious, be lustful is the word that I'm hearing after your success, and particularly after your connection with God, your spiritual life. So maybe you already know. I'm guessing that you do if you're Sophia on this reading here, but I'm curious, why is this good news that's coming their way for pile 3? Why would they be excited to know that you got a bunch of jealous haters out there? Because you know that people are only jealous of others that have something good, have something better than them. Somehow this is going to resolve a long-standing issue between you and your mother or your nurturing figure, if that wasn't your mother in your life. Because, you know, sometimes we can have a father who's a nurturing figure, or maybe we have 2 moms or 2 dads or any combination. 10 of Pentacles. There's something about having a bunch of haters that lets you know and helps you connect to the abundance that you actually have, and this is a good thing. So, okay, yeah, that does make sense. This is interesting, though, about it resolving this issue with mom. What else do you want us to know about that? So even before pulling cards, I'm hearing, yeah. I think that you received a lot of projection and a lot of criticism from your mother growing up, from when you were very small, and a lot of jealousy. And it's taken you a long time in your life to recognize this feeling and be able to identify it and realize that it's envy. Because who really thinks that a parent is jealous of them, especially if they're like 5? Like, does that make any sense? I don't know that makes any sense. I would never go there, probably, in my mind. But it's almost like this is all providing a mirror for you in a positive way. It's helping you see yourself more accurately. And your relationship with your parents, your mom in particular, it's like she was very invested in trying to skew that mirror for you. And if you're at all curious why this person was jealous of you or why these others are as well, it is abundance generally, but more than that, it's opportunities, it's chances. It's the things that you can do in your life. And I'm hearing that part of this is because of who you are, your ability and willingness to go out there and change things up and do what you want to do and follow your muse. Like it's partially that there's jealousy around, but also just like the time that you grew up in. So this would be the kind of thing where like maybe this mom didn't get to go to college or didn't get to choose which partner she wanted to end up with. She didn't have a lot of options, maybe because of society at the time or just her prospects, the level of interest people had in her at the time she wanted to get married. Maybe she didn't feel like she had the option to not have children, for example, and maybe you're out here living your best life and being child-free or something. There's something that she sees you as breaking the mold, and it's almost like she's angry that you give yourself permission to do that. But really who she's angry with is herself, because she would have loved some of those opportunities, but she didn't allow herself to go there. And you would know the reasons for that better than me. For some of you, it is like societal, cultural, it could be generational, just like the time, what was available at the time. Like maybe she wanted to be a computer guru and literally there were no computer jobs when she was growing up. I don't know. But the reason this is important for you is it's reconnecting you with your inner child. It's helping you see the parts of you that it's hard for you to accept sometimes because maybe you got a lot of criticism about them. Like this free-spirited side of you that's like, who's going to tell me no? I'm just going to go do what I want. There's nothing wrong about my desires and impulses. I just want to see the world. I want to test myself, with the solar plexus. I want to experience God in all these different ways. And so I'm going to go do it. And there's nothing wrong with that. And I think that was shamed or criticized or rejected by your mother. And so as you're seeing this jealousy come in from others around the abundance that you now have that has come from you following that impulse, you're seeing like, oh, that's what she didn't want to happen to me. She didn't want to be left behind. She didn't want to be overshadowed. She didn't want to have to explain me in the family newsletter and all the different things I was getting up to or whatever. Just really, really small. I mean, both your mom and the jealous people, it's like the only thing between them and living the same kind of life is their own fear, their own limiting beliefs, their own internalized constructs about, or programming about what's okay and what isn't okay. And they're projecting all of that on you. It's very misplaced. Interesting. More about good news coming in for pile 3. 5 of Pentacles. Okay, so random message for a few of you. If you've been looking for a spiritual community, you're going to find that. And actually sooner than you think. For some of you, I'm hearing it's like, I've never actually found a spiritual community I really resonate with. So why would I this time when I look? But you're going to actually. It's going to happen. And it's going to be about the people involved in that community. This could even be, it doesn't have to be a physical location, could be online. But I am drawn to, this is a very traditional Catholic looking church we've got here. So this may mean something to some of you. What else? Good news coming their way for pile 3. Four of Pentacles in the reverse. reverse. Eight of Wands. I think you're coming out of a hermit stage. Yeah, we got 3 of Cups on the bottom. Maybe the last period of time for you has been about going within, pulling away from the world in some ways. Maybe spending a lot of your time and energy online versus in person, in real life, or with people around you. And that's going to be shifting. Your energy is now going to be moving outside the house, off the computer, off the internet, into the real, actual physical world. And this is going to be great news for you. I think you've been ready for this for a while, but just haven't known how to make it happen. And it's coming in a really positive way for you. Okay, final messages for pile. I actually want to pull one more for you from this deck, just because that Sophia card is just speaking to me so much. It's like overnight you've become the High Priestess. It's like, where did that come from? But here you are, fully formed Sophia, High Priestess. 4 of Swords in the reverse. Your time of resting and healing is over. Knight of Cups. And there's so much love and expression in you that's wanting to find its way out into the world. And now's the time. How exciting. Not only is now the time, like, it's just a very blessed moment with the solar plexus. It's like whatever you attempt is going to land. Okay, pile 3. That was your reading. I hope it resonated for you. Please leave me a like, comment, or subscribe to the channel. Let me know what you thought. I'd be really curious to hear. If you're interested in a private reading, I am running a special through June 15th. Buy one, get one free personal readings. Email me if you're interested. See you next time.